video, let me introduce myself first. My name is Ajo Adila with student ID 2502970. So, today in this video, I would like to present my linguistic analysis assignment. In this presentation, I will analyze a sentence from several linguistic perspectives. I hope this presentation can provide a clear explanation of how linguistic analysis can be applied to a simple sentence. So let's begin. Before discussing the sentence, I would like to explain the analytical framework used in this assignment. This analysis covers several linguistic aspects. First, I identify the number of clauses in the sentence. Second, I count the number of words. Third, I analyze the number of morphemes. Fourth, I examine the consonantal phonemes contained in the sentence. In addition, linguistic analysis such as immediate constituent analysis, for pattern analysis, clause unit analysis, form analysis, function analysis, part of speech analysis, analysis of the 10th phoneme, and analysis of the 10th syllable structure are included. Through this analysis, we can understand the structure of the sentence more deeply from grammatical, morphological, and phonological perspective. Let's look at the sentence that will be analyzed. The sentence is, although I felt tired after practicing piano, I finished my homework and I helped my niece to study for her test. This sentence describes a situation where the speaker was tired after practicing piano but still managed to finish homework and help a niece prepare for a test. The sentence is suitable for linguistic analysis because it contains both dependent and independent clause, as well as several interesting morphological and phonological features. Next, I will discuss the number of clauses in the sentence. There are three clauses in total. The first clause is, although I felt tired after practicing piano. This is a dependent clause because it begins with the subordinating conjunction although and cannot stand alone as a complete sentence. The second clause is I finish my homework. This is an independent clause because it contains a complete subject and predicate and can stand alone. And the third clause is and I help my niece study for her test. This is also an independent clause because it expresses a complete idea. Therefore, the sentence consists of one dependent clause and two independent clauses. On the next analysis, we have the number of words. After counting each word individually, the sentence contains exactly 20 words. So let's count together. Although I felt tired after practicing piano, I finished my homework and helped my niece for study for her test. It's exactly 20. Let's discuss the number of morphemes. A morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit in a language. Some words consist of only one morpheme, while other contains more than one. For example, the word homework consists of two morphemes, home and work. The word help consists of the root word help and the past tense suffix ed. Similarly, finish contains finish and ed, while practicing contains practice and ing. So, after I analyzing all the words in the sentence, the total number of morpheme is 26. This shows that several words in the sentence contain multiple meaningful components. The next analysis focuses on the consonant phonemes. A consonantal phonemes is a speech sound produced with some degree of obstruction in the vocal tract. Each word in the sentence was analyzed to identify its consonant sounds. For example, the word homework contains 5 consonantal phonemes, while the word help contains 4. Some words, such as the pronoun I do not contain any consonantal phonemes because they consist only of vowel sounds. After consoning all consonantal phonemes in the sentence, the total number is 48. This analysis helps us understanding the phonological compositions of the sentence. Now, I will explain the form and function analysis of the sentence. In syntax, forms refer to the grammatical category of a word or phrase, while function refers to the role that it plays within this sentence. So let's look at some examples from this sentence. First, the word although it's classified as a subordinating conjunction, its function is as an adverbial linker because it connects the dependent clause to the main clause and shows contrast. Next, all instances of the word I are classified as pronoun, specifically noun phrase. Their function is as the subject of the clause because they perform the action expressed by the verb. Next, the verb like felt, finish, and help are lexical verb. Their function is as the predicator, which means they express the main action or state in each clause. The word tired is an adjective phrase functioning as a subject complement because it describes the condition of the subject after the linking verb felt. So the phrase after practicing piano is a prepositional phrase and its function is an adverbial of time because it indicates when the speaker felt tired. Then the phrase my homework and my niece are noun phrase functioning as direct object because they receive the action of the verb finish and help. The word and is a coordinating conjunction. Its function is as a coordinator, connecting two independent clauses. Finally, the phrase study for her task is a noun bare infinitive clause. It functions as an object complement, providing additional information about the action performed by niece. So, through this analysis, we can clearly see how each element contributes to the grammatical structure and meaning of the sentence. Now, let's move on to the next page, verb pattern. Verb pattern analysis help us understand how verbs are structured and how they interact with other elements in a sentence. In this sentence, there are three main verbs: felt, finish, and help. The first verb is felt. In the clause, I felt tired after practicing piano. The verb follows the pattern subject plus linking verb plus subject complement. Here, felt function as a linking verb and tired serve as the subject complement because it describes the condition of the subject. And the second verb is finish. In the clause I finish my homework, the verb follows the pattern subject, verb plus direct object or SVO. The noun phrase my homework function as the direct object because it receives the action of the verb. And the third verb is help. In the clause I help my niece study for her task, the verb follow the pattern subject, verb, object, and complement. The noun phrase my niece function as the object, while study for her test function as a complement that explain what the niece was helped to do. Therefore, this sentence demonstrates several different verb patterns, including linking verb patterns, transitive verb patterns, and complex transitive verb patterns. These patterns help create a rich and more detailed sentence structure. Next, I will explain the analysis of the 10th phoneme. By counting each phoneme from the beginning of the sentence, the 10th phoneme is identified as the sound T. These sounds appear as the first sound in the word tired. Phonetically, the T sound is classified as a voiceless alveolar plosive, also known as a stop consonant. It is produced by placing the tongue against the alveolar ridge behind the upper teeth and releasing the air flow suddenly. And the final linguistic analysis concerns the 10 syllable in the sentence. After counting the syllable, the 10th syllable is sing from the sound practicing. The syllable structure follows the CVC pattern, which stands for consonant, vowel, and consonant. The one set is S, which is the initial consonant sound, and the close is E, which serve as the vowel sounds and the center of the syllable. Finally, the coda is ng, which is the final consonant sound. This analysis demonstrates how syllables can be broken down into their structure, con- into their This analysis demonstrates how syllables can be broken down into their structured components. To conclude, this presentation has examined the sentence from several linguistic perspectives. Through this analysis, we can see how linguistic concepts help us understand the structure and meaning of language in a systematic way. So I think that's all for my presentations. Thank you for your attention and for listening to my presentations. I hope this explanation has been clear and informative. Have a good day and see you in the next presentation. Bye!